So it's hot and humid out. Haven't done a lot. Took yesterday off because of the rain. Took today off because of the humidity. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a better weather for going outside. I'm just sitting here. It's midnight, about to be Monday. And I'm watching yet another documentary about Angine de Poitrine. And I'm not just like listening to the music on repeat constantly. There's some times that like lately I haven't had it on. I haven't had a lot of music on. Stuff playing in my head, but things here and there. But I did a little digging and looking. Wanted to find out more about their previous band. And there's a number of names that came up. And then I found through searching an index that contained all iterations of what I would guess will say La P word. And there's a lot. So I copied the list of them and I put it into Google Translate because it's in French. And Google had a stroke. They were different spellings. I recognized that they were all phonetically variations on something that effectively sounds like La Poussée. And it goes all over the place with it, but it's puns. It's a tree, a family tree of puns on a P word. So you have La Police, which is bad luck. But you have La Poisse, which is the fish. And you have La Poesse, which is the poetess. Then you have like 3 or 4 different versions of La Poex or Poe, Poex, which X in many language, this is an invented language thing, you see. It can have a sh sound. I've broke down all phonetic syllables into 5 basic forms in the past. And so there's basically 5 letters from which, or 4 consonants and a vowel, put it that way, from which all other pronunciation sounds basically stem. Now, this doesn't really include pops and clicks because I don't understand that. But as far as linguid, verbal syllables, you can break it down to 1 vowel and 4 consonants. The vowel that I called yo, then there was bit, min, ral, and ix. And understanding how that kind of thing works, that's what they're doing. They've got all these different variations. So you have La Poisse, bad luck. La Poisse, the fish, like Pisces. La Pice. La Poesse, the poetess. These are the 3 that you can find music for. La Poex. The La Poisse, the bad luck, I've not seen music for, but it's basically the kind of the same thing. So you have bad luck, the fish, the poetess, the fish, sardines. Come on, man. The poetess, the poetry, that's La Poex, Poesh, whatever that is. And there's 3 or 4 variants on that, all of which are just poetry. They're ways of saying the word poetry in French, which is, I guess, poetic. There's thought. There's a lot of thought there. La Poire. This is one where they went off of the R, but it means the powder. There was another one that was a La Poise or something like that. That meant the pitch. And there was another one that was a very similar La Poise that meant the poke. So you've got this band that's getting into microtonal music. One of the name changes involved is the pitch, like microtonal pitches. At the same time, they're doing all of this stuff is around the time of like, questions of censorship and liberties in 2019, the pandemic and all that, right? So one of the versions of the variants of this pun is the poke. That's a slang for a shot. So the powder, the pitch, the poke, the poetry, the poetess, the fish, bad luck. All these different names. All just variants on puns. Now, I had said aubergine de poutine in my non c'est pas la réaction de Angine de Poitrine video. French is a beautiful language, but it takes a long time to say words that should be shorter. Maybe that's why English works for me. And other times it's worth saying, but I mean, geez, that was a lot to say. This is not a reaction to Angine de Poitrine. Anyways, I also said vagine de latrine, although latrine de vagine is technically the way you would say restroom, like a ladies' room. And that could be, but so within their realm, Angine de poutine is the French fries, cheese curds, and gravy. And the whole thing is food, Canadianism, and playing these puns. It's like a puzzle. It's a tree, which means that at some point they may change their band name again. I don't know. Would not put it past them as many times as they've done it. I don't know that this is the one they're going to settle on, or some other variant of La P word is going to come out and completely Tony Clifton disacknowledge Angine de Poitrine. Maybe even have somebody stand on stage with them that's dressed like them. Who knows? Who knows? But I've been thinking on this topic. I've been meaning to get something put together on it. I guess this is what I got. There is not just one band name, which means that the song titles are probably not just made of one word, even if it's a one-word title. It's very interesting. It gives you something to chew on while you're listening to it. And especially if you have a way of finding out what the lyrics are, because there are places you can go to find the lyrics in the songs, I believe. It's not incoherent. There's a lot of thought there. It's very minimalist. There's high art going on there. It's not just rock and roll. It's kind of cool. So that's what I got for this video. I haven't had any other content since putting the front room back together. I've been vastly improving my percentage on Vice City as I wait for the weather to be good for me to go outside and do some lawn stuff. Truth is, the heat rash things that I've had seem to be going away, but I think that they are a direct result of being out in it. So I have to kind of let it go down before I go back out, or else it's just going to be complete misery and scratching. I don't know if you can really see. There's just all these little, I can't tell if they're poison ivy or bug bites or what it is, but it's like it bubbles up. I scratch it, they scab, they go away. And eventually here everything is going. So I would love to be out mowing the lawn the last couple of days. But the fact is that if it wasn't the water falling out the sky, it's the water permeating the air all around that was going to give me a massive heat stroke if I was out in it for more than like 40 minutes total time. So I can go out and do 20 minutes and take a break and do 20 minutes and take a break, not be satisfied with the progress and have this thumping in my head. Or I can wait for the humidity to be a little bit lower, even if the temperature is going to be a little higher, then I hopefully can get some stuff done tomorrow. I don't want to fall into a habit of not doing anything. So in the meantime, check out all the music that's coming out still. There's even more music still coming out. No matter what your tastes are, no matter what you think, there is so much good music. If you just see a music recommendation on YouTube, click it. Just check it out. Find out how many. Does this person have 300 people following? Does this person have like 1,000? That's ground floor If you ever wanted to be into a band before they got big, right now a lot of bands are poised to go viral. Something good's going to come out. People are going to say, hey, this is good. This is better than the other shit. And if you happen to find it in that early round, you get to say, hey, I was there.